environment by connecting first, invoking God. So I will chant Omkar 3 times, you will repeat after me, then I will say prayers, you will mentally get connected to me. स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हि या सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। ॐ नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूर्यै सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। We have given many instructions through WhatsApp group for mothers to follow during the sessions. But one more important instruction I would like to repeat. Please switch on your videos and switch off your audios. Now coming back to know what aaryajanaie is all about. What are we learning in this session? Why so much of awareness that we are trying to create for mothers to bring the best progeny and present it to this world. We all know how important it is to create anything with perfection. When we want good results in studies, we study. When we want tasty food, we concentrate a lot on how to cook and the procedure that we follow so that we get that best taste. We also know that if you want to look good, you decorate yourself and you select your attire, your dress, your accessories. But how many of the new generation, married couples, put that much of concentration and that consciousness before bringing children to this world? By the time they know that the mother is carrying, she's already completed 1.5 months, or sometimes 2 to 3 months. After that, she comes to know. And then they expect that their children should be of very high intelligence, smart, very good children. But what is there in parents will come to their children. But is there something, when they aspire for something higher, can they do something special that they should make an effort and a better preparation before getting into parenting? How to get that? All this and much more is given in the sessions of aaryajanaie. We are going to begin this session with a PPT presentation of Dr. Anupama, who is a pediatrician. She was attached to Fernandez Hospital for several years, and then she gave up her practice and she started serving Vivekananda Health Center, Ramakrishna Mutt, Hyderabad, and she is the main key person of aaryajanaie who guides us, who guides our team. I now invite her to give her presentation.
Namaste. Thank you, Rushali, for that lovely introduction which you always have done. So now I've been told and I've been given the responsibility to actually give you some of the scientific representation of what we want you to do. And today you're all here assembled to go through this workshop of aaryajanaie. And let us now understand what the word, the meaning of this aaryajanaie is. I'm sure all of you all must be wondering. So what we talk about is the word Aryan. Now who is an Aryan? As depicted by Manu, our ancient sage, he says an Aryan is a child born out of prayer. So what does this mean? That means a child born out of prayer is a child who can create an empowered human race. And this is a child which is endowed with the best of qualities, best of intelligence, and all that you will want as parents in your child for tomorrow. Now, the next thing that you see on your screen is what we call as Yashas workshop. This particular session is Yashas. Now, we have designed multiple number of sessions to give all the information that our whole team wants to do to give you. So this session is about birth and beyond. So let's go ahead. So what do we want? As usual, this is always our first and foremost information and want that we need for every child, is that all of us want a smart kid. And what is a smart kid? And we all know that also. That is, we want this child to be healthy, intelligent, clever, creative, do good to the society, singer, dancer, everything we want in this child. And ultimately, we want to be proud parents of this child. And that is what we are here today. So is this possible? Is this possible for all these qualities to be in one child? So modern science is telling us a lot about this. What they're talking about nowadays is the journey of the first 1,000 days. And what is this journey of the first 1,000 days? It just simply means from conception to 2 years of age. That means the 270 days during pregnancy, the first year after birth, and the second year after birth. Why we are talking of this as so important? Because this is where the child is almost 80% of this development happens here. So Macmillan, a great scientist, what has been said is, why is these first 1,000 days important? And these are very, very strong words. What they have said is, what you do, eat, or experience during the first 1,000 days has lifelong consequences on your health. So let us examine this statement. What do we exactly mean by this? So when you look at the slide here now, just look at nutrition. Now, when a mother has got a healthy nutrition and starts pregnancy with a good BMI and healthy weight, what we see is they deliver a normal birth weight child. And this child goes on to be, of course, an adult, healthy person. But when the mother goes into pregnancy when she's with overweight, with a higher BMI, we find that the babies at birth also have a larger birth weight. But this is not enough. I mean, what happens is this child also goes on to become obese in her later life, and they develop cardiac problems, heart disease. Now, we have another category when the mother's actually underweight, and this is very common in India particularly. When they're underweight and they enter into pregnancy, what happens is the baby also is underweight at the time of birth. This is very easily for us to understand. But that is not also enough. When the baby is underweight at birth, these children go on to become diabetic as they grow older. And that is the reason for why India is the diabetic capital in the world. So we must be able to work very hard, in fact, from the beginning of pregnancy, to give the best output for our children. So that way, now we look at the healthy body. We always talk about nutrition in our workshops. So now to understand how do you create this healthy body, some of the basic concepts is that we should have, of course, balanced food. So balanced food, we all again describe in different forms of our workshops. But more importantly than just balanced nutrition, how we should eat the food. That means we should eat the food with joyfulness and with gratitude. And that we will teach during these workshops. The other important recommendations are that mother should avoid too much tea, coffee, chocolate, cool drinks. Why? Because this is a stimulant to the baby's brain. And what we say about coffee is that in your body, if coffee is there for 4 hours, what happens is in the baby's body, the same coffee remains for 4 days. So that is why we call coffee as the commonest drug which reaches the baby. And we don't want drugs to the baby inside the womb. So the recommendation is you can have, but limit your coffees to not more than 2 cups of coffees or tea per day. Next is avoid exposure to too much of pesticides and pollution. This definitely decreases the intelligence levels of the babies. We also tell you how to avoid the pesticides in another workshop. Smoking, especially not the mother. Here we are not talking about the mother, in fact. We're talking about passive smoking. That means if your partner or anybody smokes in the same room as a pregnant mother, it impacts the baby in that if there is a lot of smoking, then in fact we can even have stillbirths. So please do not smoke around a pregnant mother. Now alcohol is also, there's a lot of research on alcohol during pregnancy. So if you look at this simple experiment, only 7 pregnant mothers went through this experiment and they were given a small amount of alcohol during their pregnancy. And then they went through an ultrasound examination. Now in the ultrasound examination, what they found is alcohol actually rapidly reaches the fetus and it disrupts the behavior of the child. It disrupts the breathing movements of the child. And this is what was shown. So now, as a recommendation which has come from the WHO, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Association of Obstetrician, they have clearly recommended that there is no safe time, there is no safe alcohol throughout the period of pregnancy. And this we must tell our sisters out there who are yet to deliver, who are yet to conceive, because they should know this fact even before they conceive. Reason being is that this is the commonest cause, preventable cause of mental retardation in children. So please make a note of that. Now we'll take you through a video given by our own very well-renowned Sadhguru, where he's clearly told us what we should do while you're pregnant. Please go ahead and see this video.
I said there is so much effort and struggle to design and shape human mind when we are out of womb. Is there any way you know, sir, to design human mind when we are inside womb? That's my question.
At home? Is that what you're asking?
Inside womb.
Whoa. Who is pregnant? If you do not know this, maybe in northern part of the country it's largely almost gone totally. In south it's still little alive in the villages, but there also it's wiped out quite a bit. If you do not know this, from preconception to conception to various stages of pregnancy and delivery, and as long as the mother is feeding the child, there's an entire established process in this country as to how a woman should eat, what she should do, what kind of people she should interact with, what kind of form she should look at, what kind of form she should not look at, what kind of sound she should hear, what kind of sound she should not hear. All this was very much there. But we must also understand life has changed. Today women are going to work, they have to get into that horrible bus where they're pushed around, it doesn't matter she's pregnant. And all kinds of things, all kinds of fumes, all kinds of sounds, all kinds of noises, all kinds of abuse, every kind of thing happening to her. In some way, we're doing that to the child also. There is no job in the country or in the world where you can take off for 1.5 years and get back to the job to fulfill this. For various reasons, we are not taking the business of manufacturing the next generation of people with sufficient care. We are not paying enough attention to it, for which we will pay a price. Over a period of time, we will pay an immense price for that. But we are definitely not taking enough care about it in the entire world, not just in this country. Because we've got all kinds of social situations which does not allow that space for a woman to dedicate that kind of time and attention. See, being pregnant is not just about reproduction. We're literally manufacturing the next generation of people, isn't it? Is it not important, of all the products that you produce on this planet, is it not most important that we produce wonderful human beings for the future generation? Is it not the most important thing? So how to develop the brain when they're in the womb? It's very important that the atmosphere in which the child is growing up is kept in a certain way, at least amount of disturbance, with right kind of reverberations, right kind of sounds, right kind of food, everything. Today, they're barely nourished, the pregnant woman in most part of the country, they're barely nourished. Where is the question of right kind of vibrations, right kind of atmospheres? One thing we can do for this is, every home, if possible, every working place, we can have a consecrated space. Today, slowly they're coming up with instruments which can measure the reverberations of certain objects. We can create consecrated spaces, or we can create consecrated objects, which at least at that time she can carry upon her body, so that kind of, to some extent, it's not the best solution, to some extent it neutralizes the outside impact to whatever extent possible. Or if she lives in a home, the place where she sleeps and other things are taken care of, some amount of respite can be there for that new life which is blossoming within the womb.
So, like Sadhguru said, why are we talking about all this? Is because while the baby is in the womb, there is a great maternal and fetal bond. And the baby has severe, very, very florid senses, emotion, and a great awareness. And we know that the babies actually, we eat, breathe, and sleep together while the baby is in the womb. So loving prenatal parenting is what will create an ideal growth for your child. So this prenatal bonding has got many, many positive points there. What happens is it decreases, your pain, your stress levels during labor. So when you decrease the stress levels, the cortisol in the blood also comes down, and there are chances of normal delivery to happen more. Cesarean sections are decreased. It also has a great effect on postpartum depression rates, which is very, very common nowadays. It increases breastfeeding rates. And more importantly than all this is that it is the future and the architecture of the fetal brain and neuronal and behavioral growth of the child tomorrow is based on this prenatal bonding that we established between the mother and the baby during the pregnancy. Yes, now we have done so much during the pregnancy. Now what happens at birth? We always talk about the events at birth also being done in the right way so that we can create a right environment for the baby. So the skin to skin is what we say is a very, very important thing at the time of birth. What we say when skin to skin, after the baby is born, there should be zero separation from the mother. And the baby should be kept on the mother's chest, skin to skin, and we cover from above. And this time should be kept at least for about 1 to 2 hours after birth, because this allows a lot of those positive hormones which we call as oxytocin. And this hormone actually, this process of doing skin to skin decreases the postpartum bleeding which happens after birth. And very importantly, what happens is the colostrum, the initial milk, is produced from within, which the baby should have. We've also talked about what the baby should have is what we call as the early initiation of breastfeeding. And what happens at birth is like we always tell you, is that the baby is in an inert state at birth. And the baby spontaneously crawls up to the mother's chest and is ready to take this first milk, which we call as an early initiation of breastfeeding. And why we say this is very, very important? Because this is the process which actually sustains milk production. And this is the best transition that every baby should have from the womb to the world. So what we know is what happens is, like we just said, colostrum. Now colostrum, very little quantity is produced. And the moment we see less milk coming out, we think it is not enough for the baby. But this is what you should know. Look at the slide there. The first day of birth, the stomach capacity is just like a small cherry. That means hardly 1 spoon of milk is really required for the baby. And that is enough in your colostrum. And as the days go by, day 2, day 1, definitely the stomach increases. But what you should also be aware is that by nature, that as the stomach capacity increases, your milk production also increases. By the 3rd day, every mother will get a milk let-down reflex where plenty of milk is produced. So please do not be very, very worried when you see little milk on the first 2 days. This is an important point to note, because the moment you see less milk, you will tend to get worried and feed the baby with other things, which is definitely not to be done to any baby. Now, these are the different breastfeeding positions. But what you should know is any feeding position that you take, the most important thing is the baby should be very close to the mother. And you see in the picture, the mother will always be looking at the baby. This is a time to bond with the baby. This is not a time, because it does take 25 to 30 minutes sometimes, and you feel a little bored. So this is not a time where we look at our cell phones or TV. This is a time to bond with your baby. More importantly is never think your milk is insufficient. You allow, what we call as demand feeding. That means whenever the baby wants, allow the baby to suckle as much as it wants. And that way, the production of milk also happens. Allow one breast to get emptied first, completely, and then go to the next breast. Next feeding, you start with the second breast and come back to the... So this is how you allow more milk production to happen, because it is only breast milk that we should give for every baby till minimum 6 months of age after birth. When you see this posture, this is how the baby should suckle. Now, the first position is the right position, where the baby actually holds on to a portion beyond just the nipple of the mother. This is very important for us to know that there are 2 major reflexes, hormones. Why we're talking about all this is there's a lot of confusion about feeding after the babies are born, and this is our common experience. So we want you all to be prepared about this problem even before the baby is born. You must be aware that the more confidence that you have that I must feed my baby only breast milk, only then you'll feel your breast milk production also happens in that way. But the moment you doubt, not only you, the moment others around you doubt whether your milk is sufficient, the breast milk production comes down. There's another reflex called prolactin. Now, prolactin is a reflex which acts at night. So night feeding is also very important for you to sustain milk production. This is also one more common problem that we have is all of us nowadays are working. Of course, a lot of them are working. Even at home, you feel sometimes you may not be available. So please do not be worried. There is a chance for working mothers also to be able to express your milk and keep it at home so that the baby can be given express breast milk, and you can always continue your feeding before you go to work and also at night when you come back. And complementary feeds actually have to be started only after 6 months of age. Now, there are some more things that you would like to know what happens at the time of birth, which you cannot really ask anybody at the time. So this is something that you all should know. Now, at the time of birth, you have a little bit of what we call as, the newborn skin. The newborn skin is a very, very thin and soft skin. You should not be rubbing, especially there is this white layer which we call as vernix. This is actually a protective layer. So please do not rub it, and no baby should be given a bath immediately after birth. In fact, bath recommendation is only after the umbilical cord falls off. Until then, we should be doing only sponging. Massage your baby well, because this helps the baby's growth and ligament strength. Now, at the time of birth, there are other complex issues that we feel worried about. Very simple, but a lot of worry. So what happens is the umbilical cord is there. What do you do for the umbilical cord? There's about 10 to 15 centimeters of the umbilical cord attached to the baby. Please do not do anything. Just keep it clean and dry, and it falls off by about 10-15 days. Next, about the bowel and the urination of the baby. We do wait for the baby to pass urine, and we wait at least for 24 to 48 hours. So there is no worry at all. But beyond 24 hours, please inform your pediatrician so that they keep account of that also. Bowel movement, we do wait for the first 24 hours before the baby passes any motion. And the first motion which passes to it might you might get surprised, but it'll be black, soft kind of fluid which we call as meconium. And after the third day, the baby passes normal watery motions. The only purpose of telling you all this is for you all not to be worried about what's happening, because the moment you get anxious, your hormones work in a negative way towards the baby. You should know sleep pattern. The babies do have a different sleep pattern. Most of them cry throughout the night and sleep throughout the day. So why you should know that is you can actually adapt a pattern so that you can be aware and sleep when the baby sleeps and wake up to be with the baby when the baby is awake. Newborn jaundice, again a problem which happens on the second, third day of most babies. But it is a worrisome thing for us when we see the baby yellow in color. Just talk to your pediatrician, they check the level of the jaundice, and only if it is above a certain level do we need to do any treatment for the baby. Crying baby, colicky baby, common. A baby who cries, why we talk about it is any language the baby knows at the time of birth is only cry. When the baby wants you to lift the baby, they will cry. If they want food, they will cry. If they pass urine, they will cry. Motion, they will cry. So you just need to know what the baby needs and adapt accordingly. The husband and the father of the baby should enjoy holding the baby. It's an amazing feeling when you hold the baby and actually be with the baby. The father should be encouraged to have this. Vaccination is a routine thing that we give all newborn babies at birth. Now, after birth, what happens is we talked about the first 1,000 days. Why we talk about the first 1,000 days? Because we want you to have a wholesome baby. Now, what happens at birth is the baby has 100 billion neuronal cells at the time of birth. And every minute inside the womb, the baby develops 1.5 lakh neuronal cells. So that is why we say, allow your pregnancy to go as much as possible for a natural birth, normal pains to develop. Unless the doctor has a problem and they want to, have a suggestion for your pregnancy. Otherwise, allow natural labor process to happen. Now, this is what happens at birth. Now, what happens after birth is those nerve cells actually connect with each other. And these we call as synapses. Now, these synapses are the ones which actually send the signal from one cell to the other. Now, what is important for us to know is how these nerve synapses increase. The first thing that you should know is they increase and increase only till the first 2 to 3 years of age. Like you see the picture, after the second year, in fact, the synapses come down. And this is what we call as synaptic pruning. Now, why we need to know all this is because the more synapses that can develop, the more development the brain goes through. And how does this happen? By simple, pure love and affection that the parents shower on the child, you will find that the baby is developing into a more mature child very, very fast and develops all the qualities by just this one feeling of love and affection to the child. Now we'll have a video here. I'm sorry that we are showing you this video, but you need to see it for us to understand more things about it.
2, 3, 4, 5.
This is enough.
1, 2.
2 काय?
2. 1, 2, 3.
1 काय?
1 year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1 काय बताना मुझे?
प्याज बड़ाई प्याज.
हाँ प्यार से पढ़ाऊंगी 1 बता 1 बता.
अगर
अच्छा हेडेक हो रहा है, वन बना।
तो मम्मी आज गई है।
हाँ वन बता, वन से पढ़। हाँ आवाज निकाल के पढ़ो यहाँ से, वन से, आवाज से।
3
ये 3 है, ये
नहीं 4 है।
4 है, ये
नहीं कुछ भी नहीं है, नहीं सिर्फ 5 है।
5 है, ये
नहीं कुछ भी नहीं है, ये कुछ भी नहीं।
I'm sorry again to show you this video, but wanted to just tell you that the mother has a good intention for the child. She thinks that by the child learning that way, the child will become a fast learner. But what we should know is what the child is feeling. The child is feeling no love from the mother. The child is asking, "Pyar se padhai." The child is not wanting that kind of behavior, but we still push our behavior on the child. And what does this child feel? No love for anybody. The whole character of the child will become suspicion to others, future relationship problems, learning disabilities, and they become almost a misfit to the society. So now, so what we should know is, how do we do the correct parenting after the baby is born? Again, very, very few simple principles. One is, of course, good nutrition to the child. But more than that, how do you stimulate the child? Is techniques of playing with the child, loving the child. And as you can see, like in the previous video, there were about 400 repetitions which had to be done to make a synapse. But with love and play, just 10 to 20 of that repetition causes better synaptic development. The other things is reading good books, inspiring stories, and good music, mantras develops the brain and stimulates it into the positive way. For all this, the mother needs to be prepared. And this is the preparation that we tell you during these workshops. Spiritual exercises, prayer, meditation, mental exercise of reading good books, and also what we call as selfless work. The selfless work is the one where you can work for others without any great returns in any way. And this helps us to develop positive hormones in us. And that is how we are prepared to actually do a conscious parenting, not only in the womb, but after the baby is born. It requires a lot of energy from the parents and a lot of responsibility, and that is how you can actually prepare for that. Now, these are some of the children that have come out of the workshop. This is like the first photograph is a 4-month-old child who's able to show an interest and concentrate on what the cousins are reading along with it. This is a simple video of a young child who's trying to build blocks. Please watch the video. It's a 2-year-old child. He's trying to build. Oh, it falls. Doesn't stop. Without any crankiness. Still falls. Plans and does, and finally is able to do it with total calmness of the mind, high concentration. And this is what we want our future children to be, with high concentration and ability to do work. This is also a beautiful video to depict, and let me tell you all as parents that after the baby is born, you will find that the baby, a crying baby especially, is very difficult to console. And this mother used the technique of listening to Om to calm herself during pregnancy. And see how she uses it after the pregnancy to calm a crying child, which is next to impossible. Please watch the video.
No, Chitty, 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 Erodama, Janet, Janet. Oh.
That was simply beautiful. We can never ever, I could not believe my eyes when we saw this mother actually consoling her baby this way. So this is another experiment. We just have not started 4 years ago, but we really started much earlier with this experiment, where this child is now 9 years old. And this mother actually drew the whole of Krishna during her pregnancy, listened to great chants throughout her pregnancy. And now this is what we call this child as a child with multiple intelligence, multiple capabilities. Whatever he does well. And this is what the smart kid that we were talking about in the beginning of the workshop. So with all this, we would like to come to the end of the presentation with a few thoughts that you should go home with. And very clearly, the critical period of development for the child is basically inside the mother's womb, at birth, and the first 2 years of life. The womb itself is a highly stimulating environment where we can create a healthy child, a sharp intellect, and a great character. How we do it is basically to provide every pregnant woman a peaceful environment, good nutrition, soothing music, mental and spiritual exercises. What happens is the emotional stability and the positive thoughts of the parents go a long way. And that's why we say that the parent's mindset shapes the entire future of the child. So thank you very much for your patient listening. I'd like to end with a short prayer to Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi to be able to bless you with the best child that you want to create the world for tomorrow. Thank you. So now we've finished the presentation. We will now take you over to a beautiful exercise session through prenatal yoga, which will be done by our prenatal yoga experts, Subhadra ma'am and our team. We expect you all to have your videos on so that we can see you all while doing this yoga. And thank you very much. Over to you, ma'am, for the prenatal yoga.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. Pranam. I welcome you all mothers for this 30 minutes prenatal yoga session, Yashas, from the series of workshops of aaryajanaie. Yoga during pregnancy increases your energy levels and improves your better moods and quality of sleep, and as well as overall quality of life. In this today's 30 minutes yoga session, Yashas, you shall be learning Sukshma Vyayamas, Asanas, Pranayama, and finally meditation. So let's begin with Sukshma Vyayama. From the Sukshma Vyayama, we'll be starting with hand stretch breathing with the 3 variations. Interlock the fingers at the chest level. First, Madhavi will show you the 3 different variations. One at the chest level, second at the forehead level, and the third will be from the top of the head, stretching out. Now we'll try to do the same, synchronized with the breath. So keep your hands interlocked at the chest level. While breathing in, face the palm, while making the palms faced outward, stretch out. You can feel the scapula getting stretched out. Breathe out. Bring them back to the chest. Again. Breathe out. Slowly. Bring them properly to the chest. Yes. Now again. Breathe in. Great. Breathe out. Stretch the arms. Great. Now we'll go for the second variation of hand stretch breathing, that is to the forehead level. Breathe in. But while breathing out, bring them back to the chest level only. Breathe out. Continue. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can repeat all these variations, 4 for each one. breathe in and breathe out. The third variation is raising up above the head. Breathe in, stretch the arms, try to pull them as high as possible. While breathing out, bring them back to the chest. Continue. These hand stretch breathings remove stiffness from the shoulders and upper back and also improves good blood circulations in the body, especially the brain. And also your breathing capacity is improved because of the deep synchronized breathing. And also these movements have a special effect on the usually inaccessible muscles between the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Relax the arms. Keep your eyes closed. Very good breathing technique. Kam Sukshma Vyayama this is. Now the second one is legs folding and unfolding. That is Janu Naman. Naman is folding, Janu is knee. Let the hands be on the floor to support the back, and we'll start from the right leg, bending at the knee. Yes. Breathe in while stretching it forward. Breathe out while bending them. Breathe in, breathe out. If you can't lift the leg up and down, you can slide it down and bring it back. This releases the tension from the knee, loosens the knee and the hip joint as well. Janu Naman. You can repeat up to 6. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now relax the right leg. Come to the left leg. While breathing out, bend at the knee, and while breathing in, stretch it out. Continue. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, it also strengthens the hip joint. Relieves the stiffness from the hip joint and also relaxes the lower back muscles. The last time. Release. Sit in Sukhasana or Dandasana after you finish it. Since the knee joint bears the whole weight of the body, we need to strengthen the knee supporting muscles, quadricep muscles. This knee bending improves the circulation to the knee joint and reduces the stiffness in and around the knee and strengthens the quadriceps as well. So now slowly stand for Tiryak Tadasana. Tiryak Tadasana. Stand with shoulder distance width apart between the legs. Hands on your sides. Let the back be relaxed. Now interlock the fingers. While breathing in, go up and stretch the palms towards the sky. Inhale and exhale while bending towards your right. Exhale. Don't close your eyes. Keep your eyes open throughout. May wait there for 4 seconds and slowly while inhaling, come to the center. While exhaling, to the left. Try not to turn, only just side bending. One variation of Tiryak Tadasana. While inhaling, come to the center. While exhaling, go to the right. Continue. Entire spine gets stretched and loosens. Loosens the vertebrae. It balances right and left groups of postural muscles as well. All the paraspinal muscles are activated in this. It reduces the stiffness from the upper back, and any cramps at the lateral muscles also can be reduced with this. You can repeat this 6 times, but do with breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Relax the arms now. This is Tiryak Tadasana. Madhavi, now sit for Marjaryasana. Sit in Sukhasana. Sit on your knees for Marjaryasana. Once you are on the knees, bend forward and come parallel to the floor by placing the palms on the floor. Let the distance between the knees, between the palms, and between both the feet are the same. Once you are in this base position, start inhaling while raising the head up. At the same time, depress the spine, depress the spine. Very good. Now while exhaling, bend the neck in and arch the spine up as much as you can. Continue, inhale, head up, depress the spine, depress the spine. If you are not able to depress the spine, move your palms little forward, Madhavi, little bit forward, because the length of the spine and the arms are going to be different from each and every individual. Yes. Now breathe out, go in, very good. Breathe in while inhaling, slowly raise the head up, depress the spine. Try not to move. Continue. Because of the baby inside, continue. Breathe out. Continue inhaling, exhaling, and arching the spine and depressing the spine. Try to bring the synchrony between these two. Keep doing. Keep doing. Inhale, Madhavi. Keep doing. Exhale. It improves flexibility of the neck, shoulders, and the spine. Weight of the baby is now carried by your back. It strengthens the spinal muscles and the shoulder muscles as well. And your baby is getting little more space in between because it is now against the gravitational force. And also it improves the breathing. Relieves the cramps. And also it relieves the tiredness, mental and physical tension. You can repeat up to 6. aaryajanaie is a dynamic posture. Yes. Now release from the posture. Slowly come to the sitting position. And from there you will go to the lying down position for Setu Bandhasan. In Setu Bandhasan, you will be lying down on your back. Come to the left side. Once you are okay, slowly turn to the right and then let the back be to the floor. In Setu Bandhasan, the base position is your arms will be on your sides. Not necessary to hold the ankle, and let the feet be little away from you so that it's going to be very easy for you to lift the back up. Now, while breathing in, lift the back up. Slowly, comfortably. You can stay in the posture maybe for 4 to 6 seconds. Slowly, while breathing out, bring the back down. In the last trimester, if you find it difficult to lift the back from that level, you can place a cushion underneath so that your lifting of the back is going to be from little above almost the 3 inches from the ground. Continue, Madhavi. While breathing in, lift the back up. When you lift the back up, it's going to be a contraction of the muscles at the kidney level. While breathing out, bring it down. So it helps in kidney function as well. Strengthens the back, relieves the back pain, and also it gives a mild stretch to the knee joint as well. And this is a very good posture for enhancing the breath. Because you can have a deep breath in this posture, it relieves you from, if any, depression. 4 to 6 repetitions can be done. Marjari Asana. Relax. Relax the legs. Relax the arms. Let the palms be facing the sky. Before we go to the pranayama section, you can relax for a while in this posture. Now slowly turn to your left. And sit for the pranayama techniques. You can sit in Vajrasan, Padmasan, Ardha Padmasan, Sukhasan, any posture of your comfort, but don't arch the spine. Let the back be relaxed. We will be beginning with Nadanusandhana Pranayama, for which we will be adopting 3 different mudras. To begin with, Chin Mudra. In Chin Mudra, the thumb and index finger tips are going to be together, making a round-like shape from the sides, and let the other fingers be relaxed and straight. Place it on the knee, palms facing the sky. Now take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath again. Take a deep breath. Last time. Now, the next section of Nadanusandhana, Chinmay Mudra, for which the same like earlier one Chin Mudra, thumb and index finger, and you will roll the other fingers into the palm. And keep this mudra in your lap and take a deep breath in. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath again. Continue doing it. Chant Ukara in low pitch. Feel the resonance of Ukara at the chest region. Continue doing. Take a deep breath again, last time. Now the last one, Adi Mudra. In Adi Mudra, we'll fold the thumb into the palm and roll the other fingers over the thumb, making a light fist. Place it on the knee. This time, the sound is the Makara. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Keep the lips closed. Try to make the Makara in low pitch. Continue practicing it. Inhale deep. It deepens the awareness and releases every subtle tension in the body. Continue doing it. You can feel the resonance in the brain. One more time. Last time. Take a deep breath. Relax. Gently open your eyes. Stretch the legs and relax your palms on your sides. Chin up. Relax for a while. Now we are going to make you do the Soham meditation. We have with us the 7-month-old pregnant lady with us to give us the demonstration for Soham meditation. Soham meditation. We have Rashmika with us. She is in 7th month of her pregnancy. She will show us how to do the Soham meditation. So she's trying to sit in Vajrasana. You can keep a pillow if required between your legs. Yes, this makes your spine to be straight and there will be more space at the abdomen region for a deep breathing. She kept her fingers in Chin Mudra. She kept her palms in Chin Mudra, thumb and index finger together, other fingers extended. The back is straight but relaxed. With the support of the pillow in between, she is able to keep her back straight. Here, we are going to start with the Soham meditation. The breath in is going to be associated with the So, and then breathing out is going to be associated with Hum. For few repetitions, she will try to synchronize my So and Hum to her breath. Let's start with every So has to be inhalation and every Hum has to be with exhalation. Throughout the So, it has to be inhalation. Throughout the Hum, it has to be exhalation. Let's begin. So, Hum. So, Hum. So, Hum. So, Hum. Now, without my guidance, you yourself try to utter the So within. And while inhalation, you will feel the So sound making from within. While inhalation, it will be the So sound. And while exhaling, Hum sound. You will not utter So and Hum. But you will imagine the sound of So with inhalation. Try to make the sound of So from the beginning of the inhalation till the end of inhalation. And then exhaling, beginning with Hum till you finish the exhalation. Continue this. This Soham meditation is going to give very deep relaxation to you. You can practice with breaks also. After few repetitions, whenever you find it difficult or you feel little breathless, you can do 3 deep breaths and continue the same of So with inhalation and Hum with exhalation. And the pace is dependent upon your breath. But see that exhalation is little longer than the inhalation, at least. So with inhalation, Hum with exhalation. Hum. Keep doing, Rashmika. It gives very deep relaxation. Because you are with the breath, you are only with yourself. This makes you relieved of any stress, anxiety, or frustration. This Soham meditation can be practiced before the sleep also to get the good quality of sleep. You can sit in a chair and practice this. But Rashmika very comfortably sat in Vajrasana. If you can sit in Vajrasana like this, it also improves your digestion. As long as you are comfortable, you can practice this. Once you are done with the practice, before opening your eyes, release the mudra, rub the palms until you feel the heat. Make the cup of your palms and place them on your eyes without touching the eyes. Feel the warmth. 2 more times. Rub the palms. Place them on your eyes. 1 more time. Whenever you practice meditation for more than 5 minutes before you open your eyes, do this practice of placing the palms on the eyes. And now brush your face gently with your fingers and bring them down. And now gently open your eyes. Very good practice, Rashmika. Now try to go one side. Just look at how she is coming out from the Vajrasana. And sit on one side. Extend your legs, both the legs, and place your palms on your sides. And let your legs be little relaxed. Feet flop to the sides. And raise the chin up. Keep your eyes closed. Not that much up, Rashmika, little bit low. Great. Feel the relaxation. Nice to see all mothers doing so well with a lot of enthusiasm. These yoga practices will reduce pain and discomfort, if any, in the body, and also helps you face the physical demands of labor, birth, and during your new motherhood as well. So by attending other workshops from the aaryajanaie, you would learn more yoga practices. We wish to see you in other workshops. Have a great day. Sarve janas sukhino bhavantu.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sneha Kulkarni. Today we are going to do the deep relaxation technique. This technique can be done after doing your yogasanas or any form of exercise. It can also be done when you are feeling stressed. Just sit down and try to relax your body. After relaxation, it's very useful, it's very helpful to connect with the baby. A positive energy is growing inside us as fetus. It's agitated. It's trying to adjust itself to the environment inside. So when a relaxed mother and father, when they keep their hand on the womb, so the fetus will feel relaxed, its agitation comes down. So a gentle touch of a mother with soft spoken words can create so much of positive energy inside, can create positive vibrations and positive vibes. So we'll see how to relax ourselves and how to connect with our baby inside the womb. For this, you all have to lie down on the floor. Those who are in the first trimester, that is in the first 3 months of pregnancy, please lie down on your back. Those who have crossed 3 months, please lie down, turning towards your left side. Maintain slight distance between your legs. Palms facing towards the ceiling. Keep your head relaxed and gently close your eyes. Concentrate on your breathing rhythm. Experience the breath coming in and out of your nostrils. Pass all the thoughts that are in your mind and just concentrate on your breathing. Mentally scan your body from the head to the toe. Instruct each body part, each muscle, each cell to relax. Normal breathing. Observe your breath. Slowly shift your awareness towards your legs, from the feet to the waist region. Relax. Vishranti. Shift your awareness from the waist to the neck. Relax. Vishranti. Shift your awareness towards your head. Relax. Vishranti. Your whole body is relaxed. Slowly focus your mind on the baby growing inside the womb. Feel the existence of the baby in the womb. Visualize and create an image of a baby with your own imagination. Set that image in your mind and visualize the baby. Starting from the forehead, eyebrows, eyes, ears, nose, cheeks, mouth, neck, shoulders, both the hands, fingers of those hands, trunk, abdomen, both the legs, toes of those legs, visualize the baby. Now, mentally get connected with the baby, with the emotions of happiness. Slowly start a conversation with the baby. tell the baby the most happiest moments of your life. The baby is listening to you. You are very happy talking to the baby. You're feeling relaxed. Now, in this state of mind, tell to yourself that my body and mind is pure, perfect, healthy, and will always be. At the time of giving birth, I will be fearless and welcome the labor pains as it is bringing me one step closer to meeting my strong, healthy, and cheerful baby. I realize that there is only joy in giving birth. I am strong, calm, to welcome and guide my baby throughout its life. With this positivity, slowly come back to the body's consciousness. Observe your breath. Bring your legs together. Turn to left side. With the help of your palms, come to the sitting position. Rub your palms against each other. Feel the warmth around your eyes and gently open your eyes.
Now it's time for a short break. We cannot expect mothers to sit continuously for 3 hours, and we have already given little instructions in the group that please see that you prepare and keep something reserved for yourself to have some refreshments in this time of break. We all know, just imagine yourself that you eat a very spicy food and filled with stomach. After some time you feel uneasy. And suppose if you just take some salads, light food, or something which is very light, which is called sattvic food, or something which you eat, which is preserved for 1-2 days and then you consume it, then you feel drowsy, don't feel very heavy, don't feel like. So sattva, raja, and tamas all dominate us when we take that type of food. So it is said that sattvic food will keep you always alert. At this point of time, when the mother is carrying with so much of heaviness in her body, it is always better that she takes sattvic food. Sattvic food has its own benefits again, and the same content is given to her child. But for many reasons, food is contaminated, and you cannot avoid when you are outside, when you are moving among people, you are supposed to consume what is available at that time. Apart from being conscious of what food we are eating, we should also be conscious that we respect food. When we respect food and we try to convert that into pure food, there is a process which is mentioned in our scriptures. And one such process is chant any mantra related to food before you consume it. And it is converted, gets converted into prasadam. So one such mantra that we chant here in Ramakrishna Math is from 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I will chant this now and you will repeat after me. But if you do not know this mantra or unable to chant this mantra, don't feel bad. Just take name of God, whichever God you believe in, and just taking the name of God will convert that food into prasadam. So I will chant, you will repeat. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavihi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma samadhina. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Magari